So guys, today I'm coaching one of my friend, Samir, and
Thank
as
you.
he wanted to learn how to play Mars Offlane, so today I'm going to teach like how he can improve from his noticing his mistakes. So we will watch this replay together, so that way you can find the mistake which is similar to yours. So Samir, so what do you want to learn about this game?
I'm pretty much tilted and I'm so angry over a decade. I'm stuck in this bracket. So this is my first time having session with you. So I hope I wanted to know before 10 minutes, like I have seen a lot of videos, but I would really appreciate if you could just explain me first 10 minutes how to do offlane with the mass against the range carry heroes. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I am beating down, like, I don't know how to explain it. So that way, I think you could teach me how to move within the lane and what the pattern would be better against these range carries.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, so those are the things I want to learn, really.
All right. So first we will see what happened the first wave. So really good block. Alright, so I will tell you something. So you managed to block your wave very well, better than the enemy carry. So the wave is right here. Otherwise the
Uh,
wave would be in front of the enemy tower. So in that case you wouldn't be able to punish a range hero since you are the melee. Okay,
yeah,
so it shows like you are allowed to play aggressive by setting up the wave right there. So if the wave is there, it will be harder for you to harass the Medusa. Why? The Medusa is going to like sit underneath the tower or like very close to the tower. So that way you wouldn't be able to walk closer to her to right click. But here,
okay,
the wave is here. Since the wave is there, look where she is standing. So you are allowed to go there. Nothing stops you from going there, right? Is there anything that
yeah.
stops you from getting closer to the Medusa right now at
I'm
this point?
scared of pudge anyway.
I mean, but you have an Opal Venom, 310 movement speed, 2 armor, and Patch has only 1 armor if you knew that so. And Medusa is a hero like quite weak at level 1. You will be able to zone her out. The first thing that we need to learn is, so you always, you see that you set up the wave in a good spot. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
And the second thing,
You mean the clear block, right?
yeah, this is a good block, and this spot, this area is very good for you to play aggressive. And you're saying that you are scared of patch, so where's your observer vote? It's there. So do you think this vote is actually helping you to play against the patch?
I thought my techies is not going front, so I'm little scared. So that's why I placed that ward there, so I might not getting ganked.
But like this very early on, like who's there to gank you other than these two, Medusa and patch? Whom do you think like
Mm,
will come to the top lane like this very early on?
no, not that. I mean, in the beginning of the wave,
Oh, for the boundary rune and all.
yeah. I just don't want to get caught. That's why I want a extra precaution. So I have placed the ward there.
Okay.
So is it a right thing that I did, or
I think you should not vote there because like, even if you want to secure the boundary rune without feeding, you can still place the observer vote like somewhere here, or there. So that way you will be able to see the enemy even before the
I,
boundary rune time, and it will be so useful against the patch as well. But placing the vote right there or here would be much better against this patch. Every time he goes to pull the wave or every time he leaves the lane, you will know if you place the ward there. And if you place the ward here, you will be able to see whether the patch is hiding somewhere here to hook you, you know. So that way you can position very well throughout the laning. So it will be harder for him to hook you. Yeah.
yeah, that makes
And one more thing is like even if you manage to hook you, all you have to do is you don't have blade, but you have 6 tangos, which is really good. Like so you can eat the tango and run away because he doesn't have any slows at level 1. if we hook you at the level 1. So like you will be able to, like right click him once and run away. You have a better movement speed against pudge. You can ask the Tegis to stay somewhere here so that you are going on the Medusa or pudge. Whoever comes in front, that you are going to hurt them. Alright, so that way he can blast off very easily if he position himself on the left side or right side. So yeah, so you should always tell them that I'm gonna play aggressive, that this is where you have to stay, so that will be easier for us to punish the enemy. And one more thing, like I will tell you what to do first. Like after the blocking, you should like aggro these melee creeps to your range creeps. Okay, it's like you should make sure these enemy melee creeps hit your range, and that way like your 3 creeps will go and hit the enemy range. All right, so when you like make sure like it happens the first wave, you will be able to go there, and when you are there, like 3 melee creeps are there, so every time the Medusa is like right clicking you, these melee creeps are going to hurt you. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
And you have your second skill, which helps you to secure the range creep, right? So imagine these 3 melee creeps are right here, okay, right in front of this range, and you are there like next to this range, and you can right click the Medusa. Why? There's only 1 range creep that is going to hurt you, but there are 3 melee. If the Medusa A click on you, all 3 melees are going to hurt her, right? So that way she doesn't want to punish you, she's just gonna run away. Or you don't need to right click on her, you just walk right closer to her, so she will run away. And if the creep is about to die, you can use the second skill, so that way you can secure the range creep very easily. At the meantime, she wouldn't be able to secure the range, so why? She has to use the Mystic Snake. So if you use the second skill or the first skill and kept her away from the range, she will lose the gold and experience, or at least the gold. Yeah, does it make sense?
Yeah, I get it. You're telling me all the way go to her, stand by, just stand near the Medusa and hurt, right?
Yes.
So
yeah. So actually you use a second skill to secure this melee creep, right? All I'm saying is you need to do that to secure the range creep. So
the
like
purpose of securing the range.
Yeah, you should start right clicking the Medusa as the creeps are fighting each other, and then like turn and secure the range. Sorry. So that way you can do better throughout the laning.
I get it.
So every time the wave comes, you do the same thing. Aggro again, kill the range creep. So like you make sure that way you can make sure the Medusa doesn't get the range creep gold, which gives 43 to 52 a lot. Look at the experience 69, where the melee gives only 34 to 39, right? So it's very low. Whenever she kills his melee creeps, he is going to get low level experience and low bounty. Also the gold is very low compared to the range creep, which is why you are like doing this trick every time you see your wave right in front of you. You're gonna aggro it, kill the range creep first. As you're killing the range creep, you don't stay next to your range, you run to the enemy's range creep, because you want to secure the gold, right? So like you secure the range and also punish the enemy, keep the enemy away from the range creep, so she doesn't get to farm there. In the meantime, you can easily secure that since you have this first and the second skill. All right.
Yeah.
So this is how you play the offlane. But since you are playing Mars, it's very easier for you to use the spare and keep her away from the range. Here the lane is getting pushed into the tower. So to stabilize the lane, now the lane has to be pulled back, because like the Mars doesn't prefer to play there right in front of the enemy tower, which is too dangerous for him. But like the meantime, the big camp is blocked and the Teji hasn't devoted it yet. So like he doesn't have that option. Like there's no way you can pull the camp to stabilize the lane. So you should think differently, because like lane is always in front of the enemy. The pudge is there, like he can try to hook, and like if you get hooked, like you will be in danger, as they have like level 2 or almost 3 already. So the options are, you need to think different. Since you can't play right in front of the face, you need to figure out a way how to stabilize the lane. To stabilize, you have to pull the wave here, but like you don't have the big camp available, so you go behind the tower and bring the wave here. So like right now the Medusa is farming underneath the tower, and you pull the wave back in your favor. Right now by doing this, like you're stabilizing the lane in a different way. So like once again the Medusa will be forced to come to your side, which will be in your favor. And when you're pulling like this, the most important thing is that you have to bring these creeps to your range and kill it first. So before the Medusa comes here, like you will be able to deny the range. So that way, like you will get to play better lane. So like that's how you create a experience gap between you and the enemy carry. Because as an offlaner, what really most important is like the levels. You have to be ahead of your enemy carry. Like now you can see this is good enough already for the Mars to win the lane once again. As you set up the lane like away from her tower, or like now wrecking this wave, like definitely help you to stabilize the lane. We will see how. So the lane pushed into her tower, you cannot go there to punish her. So like you track the wave when the patch try to pull it to the small camp. So by doing this, you are delaying your wave from going into her side. So this definitely helps you to stabilize the lane back in your favor. So Medusa is the one now forced to walk in very closer to you and the Techi. But like the most important thing in the Dota as an offlaner is your job is to outfarm the levels and the gold. So when you have like more levels ahead of your enemy carry against your opponent laners, you will be able to do better. So as an offlaner, if you want to hit the power spike before the enemy does, you always need to kill this range whenever the enemy is out of range. So that way you will be able to dominate the lane or zone her out completely. Like so this is very important. Learn it. So like Medusa is far away, you track the wave. So this is the time for you to deny this range. But like unfortunately you didn't connect the wave on this range, so that range creep doesn't get denied as he's far away from you. So when he comes here, like, he doesn't get to farm it, but he's definitely going to get the level when you're denying or when the range creep goes down. Once again we will see like how to do it properly rather than saying like this is how it has to be done. So now you see you're cutting the wave. You look like where you connect the track the wave. Instead of that, you see my the second line, yeah, you have to connect it to the range rate. Range rates always have 600 range and the melees have 500. So you break it on the range and kill it, so that way you deny the experience, and so you will be the big boss.
Yeah, that's pretty much clear. Nice.
And the most important thing is don't serve your gold. You are an offlaner. You are not going to buy radiance or ring straight away. Even though if you are supposed to buy these huge items, you still buy these basic items to play the lane because you are still playing the lane. And this is a good pasteboot game for you. So you can buy pasteboot, you can buy a train drop, which is very nice against Medusa, but like you buy it like after you hit like level 5 or something. That would be better. And also you can buy a magic wand, which will help you to play better throughout the game. Like you can store the magic stick charges, and then it will definitely help you later in the game to survive or turn around the fight when you run out of mana and HP. Or you can simply buy brazier, which gives you stats. That would be much better. First item you buy brazier, like blade is very good. You start off the game with the Offlane, and then you buy a blade and another tango set or something, and then you buy a brazier, and then you buy brown boot, and then you upgrade the brown boot into face boot. So in that way you will have 4 armor or 5 armor from the face boots.
I now, yeah, since you are telling to buy stats, I had doubt in that game.
Uh-huh.
Should I go soldering to harass more, again more aggressive, to play more aggressive? So you think that soldering would have been good item? No.
Mm, I think this bottle also are pretty good because like your mid lane is a Naga who's not going to take these runes or not gonna ask you to leave this bounty rune for her. So that way this bottle is like very nice, and you have a Tejas who will place the bombs around that area, so it will be easier for you to take these runes. Yeah, that's one thing. And buying soul ring also really nice, but you have to make a choice which gives you 6 strength and 2 armor. it also really good against the enemy. So like if you can buy the soul ring, but you should not buy the soul ring as the first item. You know why? You like at the level 1, like even if you spam the like these skills at the third minute into the game, you wouldn't be able to do much. So soul ring is definitely something that you go as you get like level 5 6 or something, because that's where you're going to play aggressive. That's where you're going to put the pressure using that one skill called arena of blood around the map, right? So that's
Yeah.
when you need that soul ring, or at least around the 4th minute or 5 minutes, not before that.
Okay. That's pretty convincing.
Right back, and now you will see the important thing of like range creep trading is, now you see like you are disconnected too for a while, but like you will see the difference when you fall behind in the levels. So the Medusa is level 6 and you are level 4, where you are supposed to be at level 6 like very early on. So if you can get the level 6 like before the Medusa does, so you will be able to kill her. You can kill the pudge very easily. You can go to the other lanes and press her. You can also go to mid lane and take the tower after, right after you kill the enemy mid using the blood arena. But in this game, since you like fell down like down in these levels, you wouldn't be able to pressure the enemy any longer. So you should focus on completing your item and finding your levels, so that way you can do better. Yeah, so you're only level 5 and the wind range is 7, Medusa is 6. It looks super harder for you to kill them. So which is
There
why
is no
like,
kill threat at all.
sorry.
There is no kill threat at all from my end.
Yeah, so like forget about the DC part. Like even before you DC it.
Okay, yeah, so I really should understand that matter. When I DC, I fall back in the level.
Yes,
Like, let's say the enemy is gone even 2 levels higher than me.
yes, of
So in
course.
that case, yeah, you want me to go jungle and
Yeah,
farm some more creeps
you
because I
don't
can't lane,
completely
yeah?
you don't completely move to the jungle just because you are like low on levels. You should always sow the lane into the enemy and then farm these extra resources. So by doing that, you will be able to like pressure the lane, and also you're farming the extra resources where the Medusa would prefer to farm. So like literally you are stealing them while the Medusa is only getting the lane creep. You're farming the lane creeps, also the neutral creeps. So that way you can double your net worth and experience. Does it make sense?
The meantime, yeah?
Yeah. But like here the camp is blocked, so maybe you can go behind the tower. You know what you can do is like here when you came back, like this see like when you came back. What was it?
Too many DCs.
Yeah, here's
Sorry.
like you can go behind the tower. You push the wave into the enemy, and then you run behind the tower, track the wave, and track the wave to this small camp and farm everything. Yeah, so that way you can get the extra gold and experience. Where she is only getting the lane creeps. Why? She is stealing her camps, where she would prefer to farm once she clear the mid lane waves. Yeah, so
Hmm.
that is really important. So instead of going to your own jungle, you farm her jungle side camps, which is closer to her tower. So that way, if you place the ward like somewhere around here or there, would be nice. So you will be able to see the rotation, because all the rotation doesn't like come from that way. Like there's an entrance, they could come that way. They could TP to the tower and punish you. So it's better
Uh-huh.
better to place the ward somewhere in this area.
Okay, can you move a screen to the next behind the enemy tower?
Yeah, right now.
I want to understand something.
Yeah,
Now,
here.
when I am there, I'm trying to cut the enemy creeps.
Yes.
Then, as soon as the enemy, like let's say the mid have noticed that I am trying to somehow make a threat to Medusa, but she
Yeah.
can just TP or she can just come from all the way from the river, right?
Yeah,
In
right.
that case, what should I do? Like, should I place a ward or should I just play extra cautiously?
Yeah, you just have to use one or two words somewhere in this area after 5 minutes. So you will be able to see the movements. That's one thing. Second thing, like which is always like you have to get your items and levels on time as an offlaner. So you will have your power spike on time. So if you get your levels like very later on, you wouldn't have that like power spike. Just a level 6. You don't have that power any longer. You know, hey, this Mars is level 6. Do not go closer to him. They don't fear you right now.
That's called power spike, yeah?
Yeah, and so like, if you really want to play behind the tower, you also need to like check the minimap very often. Whenever the enemies are missing, you should know they might go on you. Like they might come to top lane. So that's why you like run back. Like you don't farm right there just because you're cutting the wave. You drag the wave all the way from there to here and maybe farm there. That would be better. Yeah.
Okay.
Instead of farming there,
That,
if you are scared to stay there because their opponents are missing. And you can ask the Techis, hey man, I'm playing there, so play besides to me. Place the bombs right here. So
like you said,
so yeah. So if he did it, so you would be in a very good position to press her. Like you are not only farming, you're sowing the wave. So the Medusa has to stay there and farm. And what would you think if you were the Medusa? Once you clear the wave, you would run there and start hitting those, right?
yeah,
So like
yeah.
as you're farming those, she doesn't have that extra resources to get this extra gold and experience. So by doing that, like continuously sowing the wave, going behind the tower, cutting the wave, farming it, again going there, cutting the next wave, I mean farming at the big camp. So by doing that, she wouldn't be happy about that. She will definitely leave the lane and move to jungle. Why? She wants to farm faster.
Okay, yeah. Now I understood.
You get it? Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, that's make. Oh my God, you said. I know I'm pretty understanding how to laning stage on Offlane.
You are forcing the enemy to stay, whether the carry or supporter. You are creating the thing called Dota pressure. So the enemy has to react to you. Something like the enemy mid lane is moving to you. And then third thing, you are maximizing your farm. Fourth thing, if the hero is not there, you are going to put so much pressure to this tower. So the tower will get low HP. Yeah, it will eat the damage. And the fourth thing, like you will have your power spikes like very early on. Yeah, and since you are playing there, your mid laner or the other supporter, somebody would consider coming to the top lane because you are playing very aggressive. So
Okay.
that's the thing. That's it about. And once you get your level 6, as you're farming there, the enemy wouldn't be like running at you because they know you have your level 6, so they will be super scared, especially the supporters who don't get level 6 like usually before the 10-minute mark. So that way you should always check the scoreboard to see what's their level, so you know whether they have the power spike or not against you, any hero. You should always
Yeah.
click the enemy and check what kind of items do they have. Like, do they have level 6 now? So you're safe against him. So these are the things that you need to look for. So like simply that I'm saying, you need to like use your minimap very well to get the information where the enemies are and all. It's always good to push the wave, sow the wave, cut the wave, and you can also drag the wave. Like you know the 10-minute has a boundary on timing, so as you're dragging the wave, you can also run to the rune spot and secure that, and the meantime the creep will follow you and the creep wave will hurt the tower. By doing that, enemy is not allowed to come to this rune. Why? Even if they have 2 heroes. Why? If they leave the lane and come for the boundary rune, the creep wave will definitely go there and start hitting the tower. Yeah, so like by doing these simple things, you are always pressing their objective indirectly. You are not there, but like by doing these little things, like trickiest things, you're always pressing the enemy tower. Yeah, do you understand what I mean?
Okay, another part I just wanted to discuss now. Let that wave go,
Yeah,
and then enemies run to the tower. So I can ambush the enemy like that, no? So
yes,
I can call my teammate and okay, he's going to come according to the wave. Just will surround and he can secure the kill.
yeah, exactly.
And
Yeah,
so can do like that, yeah?
yeah, of course you can do that. And also, you know, the 40 play, the glyph play, when there's a huge wave, you can use the glyph and dive underneath the tower, enemy tower, and punish the enemy if you can.
Okay.
So like that's the importance of killing the enemy wave, clearing the wave, sowing the wave. You kill the wave quickly, and the enemy will have a hard time farming underneath the tower. Why? Tower has a really high damage, So like some cases she will end up losing the last hit, especially the supporters. So that way, like you can double the creep, you clear the enemy very quickly, and then run underneath the tower, use the glyph and kill them. And also you can ask your teammates to come to top lane, and it will be easier. Why? Every time you show the wave, somebody has to show up there. Otherwise, the tower will die very easily. So every time somebody shows up there, you know where the hero is. So you don't have the kill potential. You don't have that threat from whatever the hero that is showing up at the top lane. Right now, the bottom laners don't fear the pudge because he is there to farm the wave. He's getting the level, but they know the pudge is at the top lane, so they don't fear. You don't fear. Even if the Naga is there, he doesn't fear about the pudge moving to top, bottom, or mid lane. So it's all about like forcing the enemy to react to your reactions. So by doing that, you can always have better information over the opponent. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Since you said doubling the wave, so like with Mars, can I do doubling wave? I don't know.
Like you can simple pull. You can clear the wave right before the neutral creep kills your wave. Yeah, you
Okay.
fast it quickly. So like while you're delaying, you're actually pulling it to delay the time. You don't let the creep wave go underneath the enemy tower. So you pull it, farm it, and the enemy wave will come. You clear it as soon as possible, and when the next wave comes, the both wave will go together. That's how you double it. You don't
Okay.
have to like 7 or 8 creeps to call it like you are doubling the wave. Like if we have like more than 3 melee and more than 1 rage, you can call it like we have doubled the wave.
Yeah. Yeah. So Ara, you're telling. I'm just thinking when a moment of doubling the wave, I
Yeah.
think siege creep wave is the best way to do it. Yeah.
Exactly. Why? You can also pressure the tower very well by doubling it.
Yeah. Yeah. I understood. That's like pretty advanced, but it's really exciting to know that this way, in a technical wise, this way is far better
Yeah.
when it comes to offline. Yeah.
Yes, of course. All right. So
Thank
I
you.
hope.
I'm really having a 10 minutes that's worth a lot, and I'm really appreciated to have you as my coach to learn this.
Okay. Happy to help you, and also looking forward to teach you again later in the future.
I
So good luck,
Yeah.
bro. Hope you can do better in your pub games. See you another
Thank you,
time. Bye
man.
bye.
Thank you.